Hello there, this is Diamond from Diamond Shine Soap. Guys, I'm excited to see you today. Today we're going to be doing some 2-ounce sample candles together. Now, this is pretty simple because guys, you know we always make candles, but I did want to explain a few things to you guys, and also I wanted to tell you the benefits of these 2-ounce sample candles. Now, this whole entire video, the whole full video, the recipe and everything like that will be found on my Patreon. If you click on the link in the description box, it will give you the Patreon. Inside the Patreon, we have candle making recipes, skincare recipes, so many different freebies, vendors and things like that. You name it, you go in there, you will find exactly what you need. Okay, so 2-ounce samples are really good because they introduce new customers to new fragrances. So let's say you have a customer that just says, hey, I really don't want to buy a full candle. I just want to go ahead and just try out something a little smaller than your typical $20, $30 candle. Do you have anything? And so on your website, you can give people an option to get like a 5-piece sample, or you know, you could do a 6-piece sample, and you could charge them a small price so they get to try out 6 different scents at one time, and they pay a little price for it. So they can say, oh, I like that Island Breeze, or oh, I like that strawberry pie, or you know, whatever you want to do. So just really honestly, it just really opens the door for new business. Remember, this may be a 2-ounce container, but the maximum capacity that you know it can hold is actually less than 2 ounces. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay guys, so here's what I want you to know about these particular candles. Now, wicking them is the same as if you wick in any other jar. The only difference is these are very short, shallow. So because of it being short, sometimes people get confused and be like, well, do I use a smaller wick, or you know, do I, like, what do I do? You know, in this case, you still go by the wick guide that I taught you guys. If you've been with me in wick training, you guys know that I teach you guys how to wick a candle using the wick guide. So you still use the wick guide and everything like that. The only difference is because this is metal, we do use a smaller wick. We do wick down a few times just so we can make sure that, number one, we're not burning it too fast, and number two, it's not going to get so hot that it burn on people's countertops, because it is metal, so it can, you know, get really hot and leave burn marks or burn circles on people's countertops. And another thing is that'll give you an even burn. So you want to make sure that, you know, we use the right wick. Okay, so metal works together along with the flame and causes it to burn a lot faster. Okay, and so it's just a lot of heat. Most of you guys know that whenever it comes down to buying a larger size wick, you guys know that these wicks come in about 6 inches. Okay, so there is no option for a 3-inch certain sizes. Okay, so when that comes into play, you guys know that we've run into the issue of having a long wick, and it would be really wasteful if you was to go and say, hey, let me trim this wick, and you throw the rest in the trash. What you need to do is, I'm going to post a link inside the Patreon. I want you to go ahead and buy some tabs, and buy the tabs and basically re-tab the rest of the wick. So I'm just going to trim it to like right here, and then I'm going to take this and put this back in the same bag that I got these wicks out of, my, you know, bag of wicks. And then I'm just going to sit down one day and just put a new tab on it instead of throwing it away. So you can go on Amazon and get you some wick tabs. There's so many places that sell them. You know, the candle suppliers definitely sell them. They're not that expensive because they're so small and metal. So, you know. All right, so I want you to get some hot glue, and I want you to do just like you would do any other candle. Take this and put it in the center, glue it down to the center, get your wax, melt your wax down, and go from there. Okay, so I'm melting down my wax. I have all of my little tins wick, and then I took the extra wicks, put them back in the pack, and I'm going to use them later. So that, I do like that because I can turn a 100 pack into a 200 pack. So you really gonna save a lot of money with these samples. it's not going to be something that's going to be very costly. Definitely not that. So now what I'm doing is I'm melting down my wax. This is a Parasoy wax. I always like to use Parasoy. That's like my favorite type of wax, guys. This is Pro Blend 600. You can use 6006 or any kind of Joy wax or something like that. You know, just a Parasoy wax. If you want to use soy, 464 is my highly suggested soy wax. But if you find another soy wax, you can pretty much follow the same recipe. So with this particular candle, I'm heating up my wax to 185 degrees. I'm going to let my temperature come all the way down to about 150. I'm going to add 8% fragrance, and I'm going to pour at 130 degrees, and it's going to give me very good smooth tops. And that's for my Parasoy. But if I was using soy, I would heat it up to 185. I would use about 12% fragrance, and then I will pour my fragrance in at 140, and then I will pour it into my container at about 130 degrees, just or lower, just to give me that nice smooth top. I told you guys in different classes, the reason why we add 12% in soy, usually it burns it off. So if you experience anything like, let's say you got a candle leaking oil or seeping oil, it's definitely not the 12% that's causing it to do that. What's really happening is you're not putting it in at the right temperature. Every climate is different. You know, this person could be in Florida, this person could be in Alaska, it could be cold there in Minnesota, it could be hot here in, you know, Georgia or wherever you are. You know, so you have to adjust your temperatures according to where you live. But these are the temperatures that I use, and these are the temperatures that have been good for me. Okay, so you may need to add your fragrance in at 160, you know, because it might start solidifying on you or something like that. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and heat mine up, and once it's finished, okay, so we are finished. I didn't even show the process because I'm like, y'all make candles with me so much, y'all don't even want to see all this. But anyway, I put some labels on it so you guys can kind of have an idea of how the samples will look. And I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. As you can see, nice, smooth, beautiful tops, straight. This is how yours should look. Yours should look the same. All right. And then the last part is the bag. Now this bag is not the bags that I would use, of course. You're gonna need bags that's bigger. They do sell. Okay, so the last part is the bag. Now they do sell bags on Amazon, and they sell bags on Uline. Now you would need bigger bags because these are not, like, you see how small the bag is compared to the candle, so you definitely would need some bigger bags. Now one thing I do know is Uline sells a 6 cavity box, like it's 6 circles, and you can put the samples into that box as well. But the bag is like a cheaper option, so I just want you guys to get the bags because they're really cheap and it looks professional, of course, and it just saves you a lot of money because you're not really trying to invest a lot into a sample. Okay, all right, so just get a bag that you could at least put like 3 of them in. And so if I was you, I would say I would start out with something at least like 4 to 6 inches wide. Okay, all right, so this is the stamps that we got, and the only thing you do with the stamp is you just go and you press it into the bag, hold it down, pull it back up, and that's it. Okay, and you could get the small stamp, the medium stamp, the large stamp, you know, whatever one you choose. It's all in the Patreon, guys. I put it in there, so if you just look up and search the word stamp, you'll find it. Okay, well, that's it, guys. We made our samples. You guys had a wick size. Make sure you come to the Facebook group and let me know how everything goes. All right.